What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It is episode number 5. Hope you guys are doing well. Back-to-back losses for Ipswich Town, slowing down after what was a nice little mini run, but still above the bottom 3. That's most important for you today. There is loads of stuff to get through, man. I'm really excited for this too. Just want to make you aware of this though. We have seen it Kajust has been recalled by Napoli. To be honest, I'm okay with that. He scored a goal. He scored the dagger against West Ham, if you remember. It was our first away day victory, but to be honest, here at DM, we've had Ben Johnson playing there. Calvin Phillips, Sam Morsey plays every game, so I don't mind him getting recalled. I'm okay with that. Gets his salary off the books. So yeah, today loads of games to get through in the Premier League. Let's try and pull further clear that bottom 3, and we'll have the FA Cup third round away against Newcastle, and in this January window might make a new signing as well. So lots to get through. Let's crack straight on. Our first game will be Fulham away at Craven Cottage. These were the guys we had our first Premier League win against this season. That was at Portman Road. Now we're away in London, going for our third away day victory of the season. Let's see if we can go get it. Come on, Ipswich Town. Back-to-back losses for Ipswich. Again, we're still above the drop zone. That's the most important thing in 13th right now. So the January window here, yes, we've lost a player getting recalled, but really I'm not overly concerned right now. I mean, yeah, again, league's lowest scorers, I understand that, but listen, I don't really care so long as we survive. Oh, brilliant hold up. Oh no, Sammy, it's the post. I thought he squeezed it in. Clips the white beam and Fulham get it away. But yeah, I mean, if we survive, I don't think that being known as the league's lowest scorer is anything anyone will care about come the end of the season, man. So I don't know if I have to make a signing in this window. I might just leave the money as it is and let it carry over. 13 to go. Really, really poor game, this one. Other than the woodwork being rattled by Sammy. Not being much going on. I'd be gutted if we lose a slate as well, because we haven't been under any pressure at all as Muric makes the save on Vinicius and we're still tied. I know it'll mean our run of games without a win is extended, but on the back of back-to-back losses, well, you know that saying, extra point on the board, I'll take it. Still 0-0. Looks as though we should be able to claim it from now. Yeah, I think that is going to do it, with Amari rolling it through to Delap after what was a needless little flick, but it looked cool. And it goes, Sammy for the win. No, Leno with the save. So close to winning it right at the end. Ugh. Those are the moments you've got to take them, man, because they can be the difference between wins and draws, like in this case it would have been, and sometimes even survival and relegation. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. We'll take the point. It ends back-to-back losses getting out of control, but what a chance to win it right to the death. You've got to take those moments where you're new to promoted side, man. And on the back of that draw, we do see us have an international management offer. I've had that toggled on for this year, just because I want to see what new nations there are to manage, but I'm going to turn that one down. Tuanzebe is going to join Rayo Vallecano in Madrid come the end of his contract. Totally fine with that. Might be used a lot in real life by Kieran McKenna, but we got a good defensive record. Muric top of the clean sheets charts, and to be honest here, Tuanzebe now, he's like, what, 4th/5th choice CB, so I'm okay letting him go on a free as his contract comes up coming the end of the year. And I forgot to do this, we got our 2 latest scout reports as well from, just make it easier, EA. Sorry, we got our 2 latest scout reports from England and Canada. That's what I wanted to say. So, we'll see what we got this time around. Theo Watts could still be really good. Same with Mason Walton, possibly. Haven't found a superstar yet. That's the problem. Like, normally when you do your youth scouting, you'll know it, I'll know it. You'll see a player and you're like, oh, he's special. He's a special kid. He's the one to look out for. Unfortunately, maybe Theo Burrows, but unfortunately, just haven't found one that's jumped out at me yet. And from Canada, Bruce Jones' potential is stopping in a pretty decent level, so I might actually end up giving him a scholarship. Still want to take a look at Joey Jones as well. But, yeah, after all these goalkeepers from Canada, we've looked at every teenage goalkeeper in Canada right now, but unfortunately, just haven't found any who I'm like, oh yeah, they might make it. To be honest, I'm quite actually tempted just to give Joey Jones a scholarship, even though the potential might have a downgrade, just because I want to have the goalkeeper in the academy, because now we've got that, it means that if we want to, we can do the youth tournament, if you will. And this is a new feature which I'm going to give a go. I'm not sure how much attention I'll give it to, but I think I'll give it a go come the end of the January window. And so we are about to see the next scouting update from Tanzania, as well as we hope to see someone making the academy that again could have that kind of superstar-esque potential unfortunately, at the moment, haven't found anyone. Sami Hassan's had a potential downgrade. Moses could still be alright. George definitely is going to make it. And again, I want to be clear when I say this. It's good that we're not finding them, every single month. Because sometimes youth scouting could be a little bit too easy. We're a stacked academy at the end of season 1. But we haven't found anyone. And that's quite frustrating after having the best scouts for judgment. And halfway through the missions, now over the halfway stage, we still haven't found someone who we know is definitely going to have great potential. Anyway, following game, FA Cup third round, Newcastle at St James's Park. The board have asked us to the last 16 in our first year. We'll do well to get through the Magpies here away in the North East to make the fourth round. To be honest, I don't really mind if we make the last 16 or not, as long as we stay up. But a nice cup run is always a good distraction from poor League 4. And let's see if we make it through to the last 32. Come on, it's Switch Town. Don't forget, no replays in the FA Cup nowadays. Doxy Boy is a fan of that change. No doubt about that. If you're new viewers to the channel, then you missed out on all the times I would discuss, my frustration with that FA Cup replays. Miguel Miron almost opened the scoring, but to me it was an outdated concept, Cup replays. Outdated concept. If you really want to go back far enough, even the Cup final used to go to replays many, many decades ago now, but even so, outdated concept as Muric fumbles and Isak turns in a rebound, has it disallowed for offside. I'm glad that the FA have realised now. Cup replays, with so many games in the calendar, they're a needless game. I'm glad they've been scrapped. Just gonna go, let it go. Okay, fine, don't, that's fine. That's alright, let's go. Muric keeps it in play, we'll pass our way out from the back. Still deadlocked at 0-0. And at the moment, oh dear. Oh, no. Oh, no, he's onside. He's totally onside. He's going to chip Muric and make it 1-0. Newcastle in front. Alexander Isak goal hanging. I've noticed this in this year's game. The gameplay is fantastic, but also the AI, they like to lurk goal hanging like in school football. And Alexander Isak just waiting and waiting. If we give the ball away, he knows he's going to be sent through one-on-one, because I think it's Jacob Greaves playing everyone onside. Yep, that's the case. And the big Swede gives Newcastle the big lead. 1-0. Once again, a really tough game again as the ball's rolled into Alexander. He'll roll it across and Tonali makes it 2, and I think our progress is going to end there. I just struggling mightily, but as I should be though. As I should be. This is the thing, as annoying as it is, I've got to say this is realistic. We are a newly promoted team and the weakest in the division. Great hold up by Liam Delap, but couldn't pull the trigger. We shouldn't be expecting to be like knocking on the door for a European place and winning the majority as Sammy gets us back in the game. This is to be expected. 25 minutes to go. Lifeline given to us by Double S. Can we force extra time? Get on the deck. Get on the deck. There we go. And there's space there. Oh, what a ball! Hutchinson! He's onside! Hutchinson straight at the Bravka. Might be our last chance. Just couldn't take it. Gaining momentum, but got to take a leveller. Anthony Gordon looking to get through. Oh, it's a pen. Wolfenden tries to get his body across to block the path, but instead Anthony... Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy with a shove, but Gordon runs into it. It's a definite pen, no doubt about it, and I think this will probably do it. I faced 1 pen so far, I didn't save it, and I don't save this one either. Go the right way both times, but don't get any gloves on it. Alexander Isak bags his brace. Newcastle are going through. And there we go, out of the cup in the first round we enter, but I don't mind. Big underdogs regardless. Gave it a good go towards the end of the game, but in the end, beaten by the better team. Just forget all about it, man. Like I said, first season, it's all about the league. It's all about survival. Forget the cup. Yeah, forget the cup, man. It's not important. We just want to make sure we stay in the league. Granted, the ball won't be happy about it, but they definitely will be happy if we finish above the bottom 3. Right, let's just jump into the following game. It is going to be Brighton at home, taking on the youngest manager in the Premier League here at Portman Road. Both teams right next to each other in the table, and 3 points for each of them would do either side the world of good to pull away from the bottom 3. Brighton at Portman Road as we aim to get back to winning ways here. Come on, Ipswich Town. So still tied at 0-0 as we approach the hour mark. I must say, I'm finding it really challenging to break the lines with the defense, but it's a good thing. You see in the bottom right there, the assistant manager saying, "Tough going, try something different." It's good that you can't just sprint through like you used to be able to do so with a pacey and an agile player. You got to be better at picking the pass and finding the opening like that. Morsey gets a shot away, and Verbruggen palms it behind for a corner. Still 0-0, but it's not as simple as just like running through. Okay, maybe on occasion you can do that if the opposition are disjointed and perhaps you're taking advantage on a counter-attack, but it's not as easy to exploit like it used to be. Your passing's got to be a lot better now, as Sammy's delivery is easily claimed. Yeah, listen, we know that pace is king. Like, we've always known that with FC/FIFA. It's always been the way. And I'm not saying it doesn't have a role to play in this year's game either, but it is slower. It is slower, no doubt about that. And now I think that the need for a playmaker, if you will, is more important than ever, as Calvin does really well there. Chaplin on the run, finds Liam Delap. Can he get a shot away? Yes! Oh, but he just couldn't squeeze it in. But again, it's not as simple now as just running down the wing and pegging it back or shooting from a tight angle. We've scored a couple of goals like this season, don't get me wrong, but you've got to be better at passing the ball. So the need for a creator through the middle of the park, that is so integral if you want to get more chances now. As, João Pedro's through. Oh, come on, don't lose it now. Muric with the save to keep it at 0-0. Big stop by the former Burnley man. Yep, another game where we are held scoreless, back-to-back goalless draws in the league, and the wait for another win continues as I continue to ponder how we fix the problem. I mean, again, you got to ask yourself, though, is it a problem? Like, we're not scoring many goals, don't get me wrong, but a point here or there is keeping us above the bottom three. It's not pretty, but it's effective. But Sam has come to me and said, "Hi boss, I'm not one to complain or say I'm unhappy at the club, but I'm worried the transfer window is almost over now, and we don't look like we brought in the players we need to strengthen the team." We're working on it. We're working on it, but that's a bit of a white lie because, to be honest here, I'm okay with things as they are. But yeah, if we are going to score goals, I don't actually think it's a problem with Liam Delap, because if you look at Liam Delap's stats, God, this is slow. This is slow. If you look at Liam Delap's stats right now, I mean, his goal-to-game ratio is not great, but he's got me the goals with 4 in 19. Averaging just over 1 in every 5, and for a poor team like ours, it's not that bad. But if we were to get in a new striker, I mean, there's several names on the shortlist we could pick up. But really, I'm looking right now at Forest and saying, with them in the bottom 3, if they were to go down, Morgan Gibbs-White coming in. I think that's the thing. I want to make sure we've got enough money for next season if we do end up staying up. I'm tempted just to gamble and say we're good enough to survive, even with a low scoring. Yeah, I mean, Forest have got 1 win all season long, and they're 7 points away from safety with the worst defensive record in the division. That's what I'm thinking about right now. If we do stay up, we can definitely look to reinvest in the summer on some much higher quality players, as opposed to bringing in a few players now, 1 or 2 players, reducing our budget, increasing our wage spend, and not having as much to work with next season. I'm tempted just to leave things as it is. Anyway, following game, heading into this one, Man City at home. We were thrashed by them on match day 2. I think it was 5-1 in the end, so not looking forward to this either. Taking on the champions and the league leaders here at Portman Road, and I don't see our winless run coming to an end in this game either. I'd certainly take 3 straight draws and clean sheets in the league though. Let's see if we can get it. Come on, Ipswich Town. Excited to see who Haaland's going to throw the ball at in today's game. If Man City score 1 late. Anyone catch that? I'm sure you did. It's been all over the socials, man. He and Gabriel were... Oh, he's just about got away there and just couldn't squeeze it in either. Muric with the save. He and Gabriel were going at it all game long. It was a great battle. Really good duel. Really reminded me of some good individual battles over the years too. But that ball getting thrown at Gabriel's head after the goal, I mean... I see it from both sides. Some people saying it was funny, it's just banter, as he rattles the crossbar there and it has his header saved by Muric as well. And others saying it was, totally unnecessary and, potentially dangerous, I guess. But I don't know. The only problem is it just looked funny. That's the problem. Like, you can just imagine the bonk sound effect after it hit Gabriel's head, It's a great battle between the pair, and I must admit I really enjoyed the game. And obviously, Haaland now netting a century of goals so early as well. As Ilkay Gundogan, does open the scoring. It was coming, and Man City do have the early lead, deservedly so as well. I mean, crazy good game, I must say. And I'm really liking this rivalry between Arteta's Arsenal and Man City as well. It's been so good, especially in the past couple of years too. 10 to go before the end, still down by 1 as Haaland, almost got the goal. And I said, who was he going to hit in the head this time? It was Jacob Greaves for a header of his own who gets it off the line. We're clinging on at the moment, still only down by 1. I mean, technically we're still in it. We definitely won't be now. Erling for the dagger game. It was coming. I mean, it was going to happen at some point. You can't keep him quiet for 90. And it might have taken 83, but he's hit the dagger. Man City lead with the 3 points. Our winless and scoreless run in the Premier League continues. We are really, really tanking right now. Something's got to change. New arrival, another new tactical shape. Something's got to change because right now we're in free fall. Yeah, I think we need to sign an offensive player really just to give us a little bit more creativity up top. And to be fair, there's a few names that are on the shortlist that my scout has found and I've been looking at as well. You've got Oliver Barblaster, the young lad at Sheffield United right now, but also Bae-Jun Ho at Stoke City and Tyrese Dolan as well. Looking at championship players that would like to take the next step up to a Premier League team. I think I've used Tyrese Dolan before, but I certainly haven't used Bae-Jun Ho. And right now, in the Championship as well, Stoke City, they are struggling down the bottom, and they might be going to League One for next season. So I'm going to give the South Korean a lifeline here and say, why don't you come to the Premier League? It'll be a step up for him and a chance for him to play top-tier football as well. And creatively, again, he's got some good stats, man. 73 ball control, 74 dribbling, 71 short pass as well. And only 21 years old with a 4-star weak foot, he's certainly got room to get better. I'm going to bring him in. Arrived at Stoke at the start of last season. Had a really decent first season in English football, but now looking to take the next step up, especially not wanting to drop down to the 3rd division. We'll probably spend a little bit over the mark evaluation again because he is a decent young player, 72 rated and just 21 years old. We've got the money. I still don't want to spend well over the valuation though, so we'll start off with a $750,000 over valuation deal at 5.25 mil. They want Ogbene, who we've barely used to be fair. But I'd like to keep him till the end of the season, I'd say, just in case. I know I haven't had any injuries yet, but surely one's going to come at some point, right? So let's go. To be fair, the tension bar's barely filled up. So for those who don't play career mode, you see the tension bar in the top right. If it barely fills up, it means the team you're negotiating with is more willing to negotiate a fairer price, if you will. So you don't need to spend much more than what you just offered previously. So 5.5 mil should do it, and Stoke do indeed say, yeah, 5.5 mil, sorry, for the South Korean attacking mid. Already covered the caps for the South Korean national team, and definitely has more chance of getting more playing in the top division as well. So coming in on a 5-year, 25 grand a week deal. I've got to say, for a small transfer fee, this could prove to be a really good long-term investment. Whether we go down or stay up, I'm sure he'll be here for the foreseeable future. Welcome to Portman Road. Bae-Jun Ho. Yep, shows great potential. When you look at his stats here as well, he's got a bit of pace. He's got good agility and balance as well. Very good for when trying to keep hold of the ball and running at speed. And again, technically, he's not bad either. Far from the finished article, but to begin with, just 21 years old, this could be a really good long-term investment. I do want to improve the strength, no doubt about it. How do I... where's the... oh, here we are. I do want to improve the strength, no doubt about it. How can I improve the strength? I can't. So I'll have to keep him on balance for now, but he's got some really good potential, this guy. I can definitely see him getting into the early 80s. Right, still a couple more games and definitely get through the January window and hopefully get back to scoring and hopefully winning as well. Following game, Liverpool away at Anfield. Tough arse though here, taking on Arnie Slot's side. Aiming for a big response after no wins. And again, I think our last 7-8 games. It's been a really tough run. Going to try and put it out here. Calling it switch down. Yep, sliding down the table quickly. Out of the cup in the first round we enter. It's not looking good for Ipswich Town. We knew this was going to be a struggle this season, but it's been a little tougher than I was expecting, to be honest. But again, it's a good thing as Leif Davis' pass is cut out. It should be tough. We shouldn't be knocking on the door for a European place. We should be struggling like this as Diogo Jota fires in the opener 10 minutes in. This is just a slog. Yeah, I just don't know if I've got the quality, really, as Calvin Phillips finds Jack Clark. Stepping in from the right, there's Sammy on the edge. Bae is onside there. Gets a shot away and scores! Bae-Jun Ho scores on his debut. 15 minutes in. Ipswich have the level and it's a dream start for the South Korean. It caught me by surprise as well. Just rolled the ball into him. Gets a shot away. And I've brought him in to create goals, not score them. But I'll take them any way they come. Ball rolled into him. Just catches Alisson out of the near post. No one expects a shot. He takes aim. Beats the Brazilian. Ipswich have the leveler. If we're brave, I think we could win this. I'm really liking the look of Bae on his debut, I must say. And there he is again! Bae! Oh, what a save by Alisson! Push behind for a corner. He's looked lively, not just for the goal, but his general play as well. Still tied at 1-1. If we're brave, I think we could go and win this game as Wolfenden heads over for the final touch of the first half. I don't think we should go for this in the second. Corner, Liverpool still tied at 1-1, approaching the hour mark. And The thing is, do you risk losing the point by, oh dear, chasing after all three? Or do you just try and grind it out? Ordinarily, it's the latter for me, but I don't know what to do, man. This is a big moment as Van Dijk's header is easily caught. And there is our first injury as well. My goodness, it comes to Ben Johnson. It's taken a while. I think it'll probably be a bruise, but can't believe it took this long to get our first injury. 12 to go, starting to get nervous. Come on, don't want to throw away. It will be a really good point here at Anfield, if not the end to our winless run. At least something to take home to East Anglia. Dominic back to Tsimikas, the Greek left back, into the Hungarian who shoots and Muric makes the save. Yeah, I think all hands on deck now. 9 to go. Just try and claim the point. Come on, ref. Come on, where's that final whistle? Where's that final whistle? Where's that final whistle? Federico Chiesa! Heartbreak at Anfield as the Italian wins it with the final kick of the game. When it rains, it pours. We know that. And the life of Premier League management is very simple. It is a cruel, cruel business. A point at Anfield ripped away from our fingers right at the death. Absolutely gutting. And in the end, it was just a bruise for Johnson, so he'll be okay for the following game, which is a massive one as well. Southampton at home, with them right now in the bottom three, and us sliding down towards it. We'll quickly play through deadline day. I'm not going to make any transfers now. I'm fine with the team, but we'll play through deadline day. We'll play the Southampton game, and we'll end on that, hopefully getting back to winning ways. Let the budget carry over to the next season. Still just under 20 mil remaining, and whether in the Championship or the Premier League for next season, as things stand, looking likely to be the former, I'm just going to let that money carry over to give us the most amount of money to work with for next season. Yep, very quick deadline day. We might be on a barren run of games without wins, but I'm okay with the team. I trust us. I do, as Paulo Dybala gets a blockbuster move to become the next Galactico for 64.5 mil. Griezmann joins Bayern for 49.6 mil, and Pepe, the latest man to arrive through the door at Stamford Bridge from Porto. So deadline day comes to an end. We made the signing in January. Bay, who got a goal on his debut, will quickly do the scouting, play that final game. Where's the use? Oh my goodness. Okay, I promise to stop complaining about this, but this is just not for me. The menus this year are just not for me. We'll do the scouting, and then we'll do that final game against Southampton. We've got some good young lads here from England who could be very good in the future. Certainly some kids to keep our eyes on. Again, I'm noticing that a lot of them are like under the age of 16 as well, which is again a new thing for EA. Normally the average would be around 16, 17, but now I'm seeing a lot of like 14, 15-year-olds as well. But we'll continue scouting on these guys for now. And from Canada, a couple of goalkeepers could still be quite good. We haven't found like the next superstar, but we'll just continue the scouting for now. And see if someone pops up in time. Right, yeah, final game today. We'll end on this. It is massive, mate. Absolutely massive. It's been our worst run of form of the season. We have slid down the table all the way to 15th place. And whilst we are still above the bottom three, we'll be in the bottom three if we lose this game and Brighton and Leicester both win their games as well. Okay, so we might still be above it, but let's be honest here, even if we are, it won't be by much. We've had our gut cut to 3. It's a massive one. The Saints at Portman Road, where we need to return to winning ways here with 15 games to go. Massive relegation 6-pointer. Come on, Ipswich Town. Southampton are going to go in front here, which I think they will and do. Oh my God. Starting to get nervous, but again, don't forget on Saturday in the fixture between these two in real life, Saints went in front, and then literally one of the final kicks of the game, Sam Morsey, the captain, came up clutch with a leveller to make it 3 straight draws for Ipswich. So there's plenty of time. We might be behind, but don't capitulate, man. Plenty of time to find at least an equalising goal. So second half underway, still down by 1. Plenty of time. You know, plenty of time. Still want to panic, man. There's Liam Delap. Plays the 1-2. Yes, come on! And finds the leveller. 5th of the season for the ex-Man City forward. And a massive one at Portman Road. Well, it is another game without victory for the Tractor Boys. And the struggles continue. It is an extra point on the board. And on the back of a heartbreaking loss to Liverpool at Anfield, I guess it's something, but definitely a missed opportunity to go further through the bottom 3. It's so tight down the bottom, man. and with just 14 games to go. Honestly, on this run, I've got to say, I'm looking nervously over my shoulder as the championship is looming large. But that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode. I think we're having about 2 or maybe 3 more episodes left in the season as we get towards the climax, the business end, on a barren run and struggling mightily. Like I said before, no one said it was going to be easy. I didn't think it would be this hard. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.